Hey everybody, Hannah Merzen here. So today for our last discussion board, we are talking about discipline and the different steps for disciplining employees effectively, as well as the discipline process and a situation in which a supervisor would take all of the steps. So the guidelines for effective discipline include acting immediately. That's really important. That way you don't send the wrong message, and that way you don't send the wrong message to the other employees, and that way the behavior does not continue. So if somebody is late, nip it in the bud real quick. That way they're not late again for the next 2 or 3 days in a row. Let me see here. Focus on solving the problem at hand. So don't bring up past mistakes that the employees made, because those are kind of irrelevant. Just focus on trying to figure out what is causing the problem and a solution for that problem. Keep your emotions in check, so you don't want to lose it, and basically go off on this employee when what they've done maybe isn't even really that big of a deal. Don't let your personal emotions or anything like that affect how you're going to speak to this employee. Administer discipline in private. So you definitely don't want to humiliate or embarrass your employee that you're disciplining in front of other people, because if you do that, they could retaliate and resent you, which can lead to all kinds of problems. And last, be consistent. So if Sally is late, 10 minutes late, and you get on to her, but then Joe comes in later, 15 minutes late, and you don't get on to him, that's not very fair. You need to be consistent so you're not sending the wrong message to your employees. And yeah, consistency is key to be fair. So let me see here. The discipline process is the first step. You're supposed to administer a warning. So a written or oral warning. You have to be able to tell the employee what's up, what the problem is, and how they can fix it in the future or avoid it. Yeah. The warning should state what the problem is, how it affects the organization, and how the behavior should change, and what will happen if that behavior does not change. Next, the next step in the discipline process is suspension. So suspension is a requirement, or is a required amount of time where the employee does not come to work and is not paid for that time off. It's a discipline. The next step is going to be demotion. So this is a job with less responsibility or sometimes less pay. And the last step is dismissal, also known as giving them the boot, firing the employee. So I was thinking about it, and a situation that would include all 4 steps would be maybe a cashier that is, I don't know, stealing from the drawer or giving customers discounts that they don't need or don't qualify for. So maybe giving somebody a senior discount and they're obviously like 20 years old or something like that. So first and foremost, the supervisor could give them a written or oral warning, let them know kind of what's up, what needs to stop, why that's an issue, who it affects, and what's going to happen the next time that happens. So if it happens again, then they get suspended and aren't allowed to work for, say, a week of unpaid leave or something. After that, after they return to work and they do it again, they get caught doing that again, then you could demote the employee where they don't have access to the cash register. Maybe make them a bagger or stalker or something like that. And then the very last step would be if any type of theft happens again, just automatic dismissal. That was really the only thing that could come to mind. I mean, as simple as something like that, where you could give every single step a chance. But if I caught somebody stealing, I'd probably just, I mean, it's Texas. I don't think that we have to have a reason to let somebody go. So I'd probably just give them the boot. All right. Well, y'all have a good night. Bye.